incredibly exciting time. I'm going to provide you a brief look at the map of the scientific and operational structure of the new group. 8 disease-focused committees studying leukemia, lymphoma, breast, GI, GU, respiratory, myeloma, and CNS cancers will be supported by 6 modality committees: patient advocates, CRAs, oncology nursing, radiation oncology, transplantation, and experimental therapeutics. Because of its size, complexity, and broad, very multidisciplinary scope, the new group is organized into 5 main divisions, each led by a co-PI of the new NIH grant. These divisions include the Statistics and Data Management Program, with its main operations unit, the Statistics and Data Center, the Central Protocol Operations Program, which will encompass the Protocol Office, a Translational Research Program, which will be the focus of the Integrated Biorepositories, Cancer Control, Prevention, and Health Outcomes Program, which will be the base for the CCOP research-based activities, and a new program, the American College of Surgeons Clinical Research Program, which will provide an area of integration of the alliance programs with programs of the Commission on Cancer. More about that in a minute. The rest of the committees that you are accustomed to seeing will be distributed across these various programs. There will be an executive committee for overall policy and operations of the unit. The members will be the group chair and the group vice chair. The 5 co-PIs of the main grant, who are also the 5 leaders of the programs of the Alliance, and representatives from the board of directors, member institution PIs that represent both community oncology and academic oncology institutions. Our group will work with both familiar and new partners. We will preserve our core funding and access to investigational agents through the National Cancer Institute, maintaining our key relationship with the Division of Cancer Prevention and with CTEP. We will now join cooperative group structure that looks dramatically different than it did just a year ago. The Alliance for Clinical Trials in Oncology will be one of 5 NCI-funded cooperative groups that will include the Children's Oncology Group, SWOG, formerly known as the Southwest Oncology Group, a new collaboration between the American College of Radiology Imaging Network and the Eastern Cooperative Oncology Group, and a team of 3 groups joined together of NSABP, RTOG, and the Gynecologic Oncology Group. We will continue our highly beneficial collaborations with outstanding NCI-funded comprehensive cancer centers. This has served us extremely well in the past and will be an increasing focus for the future. In conducting clinical and translational trials, our activities are complementary to that of the cancer centers, with discovery and early phase studies dominant activities in the centers, and later phase trials the focus of the Alliance. We need to communicate more with the cancer center programs and with the SPOREs. To achieve this, we will charge Alliance interface committees with these centers and SPOREs to include an experimental therapeutics committee and the translational research program. The Commission on Cancer is a long-standing multidisciplinary program of the American College of Surgeons professional organization. Its aim is to improve outcomes for patients with cancer through the establishment and dissemination of quality standards and site accreditation. It involves academic and community institutional members with a clinical trials mandate, and it emphasizes, as the cooperative groups do, education of its members and mentoring. Partnership with the American College of Surgeons professional organization provides the Alliance with exceptional support for achieving our mandate to discover, validate, and disseminate effective strategies for the prevention and treatment of cancer. The focus of Alliance is more on the end of discovery, and the Commission on Cancer clearly on dissemination of new knowledge for optimal cancer care. But there is a key overlap in the area of validation of studies and understanding of new research avenues. Research to validate promising new therapies and treatment strategies will be an area of integration between these groups, achieved through the Alliance American College of Surgeons clinical research program. Specifically, this new program will facilitate access of Commission on Cancer members to publicly funded cancer clinical and translational research. Every member of a Commission on Cancer accredited site is required to put 5% or more of their patients on clinical trials, and it's our clinical trials we would like to see them choose. This collaboration will also inform our clinical trials design and execution by provision from the Commission on Cancer access to data from the very large, very comprehensive 1,700 site National Cancer Database. We will collaborate on research initiatives in special populations, cancer health outcomes, and comparative effectiveness. And finally, this collaboration will facilitate trials, particularly for patients with rare tumors, which will be part of our new mandate by the NCI. We will continue to draw upon agents, resources, and trials infrastructure available through partnering with other cooperative groups, federal agencies outside of the National Cancer Institute, such as the Department of Defense and AHRQ, and through partnering with the pharmaceutical industry when appropriate. An organization within the Mayo Clinical Cancer Center, known as Academic and Community Cancer Research United, or ACRU for short, will allow us to conduct important trials that are not currently possible without this mechanism. Behind the scenes, our staff are already very hard at work integrating group operations. The goal is to transition group administration, protocol operations, the statistics and data center, and the integrated biorepositories in a manner that minimizes impact on scientific progress. The Alliance is a matrix organization, and the staff supporting the group chair, for example, are located at both Brigham and Women's Hospital and the University of Chicago. Protocol operations are managed by a team based at the University of Chicago that we in CALGB know quite well, joined by an additional complement of experts at the Mayo Clinic. The Statistics and Data Management Center, under Dan Sargent's leadership, is already operational as an integrated unit. Carla Ballman, the group statistician for ACOSOG, and Sumitra Mandrakar, the group statistician for NCCTG, remain important leaders within this program that crosses both Mayo Clinic and Duke University. Our biorepositories are the best in existence, and the merger brings increased capacity through these for studying individual patient responses and tumor biology to better tailor specific treatments. In 3 weeks, the Alliance Transition Board of Directors will convene to ratify a new constitution and bylaws and to elect a group chair. The first scientific committee meetings will take place in September. The first Alliance group meeting will follow this November. During 2012, we will continue to conduct group research, and we will submit the first Alliance application for NCI cooperative group funding in November of 2012. During 2013, we will complete harmonization of all group policies and procedures and finalize the roster of Alliance member institutions. And in 2014, the merger process will be complete with the first meeting of an Alliance Board of Directors made up of principal investigators from Alliance member institutions, and the election of a group chair to serve the first full 5-year term of office. Every single one of you contributed to making CALGB great. We are rightfully proud of our accomplishments and will continue to be inspired by our heritage. But it's never been our style to sit back or stay in one place or let an opportunity pass us by. We have far too much important work to do for that. So I conclude this final meeting of CALGB as we know it by welcoming you to your new cooperative group. This bigger, better, broader group is still your team, and in it we invite all of you to join us in service of the mission that started in 1956 with the group known then as Acute Leukemia Group B. Thank you. And this concludes the final plenary session of Cancer and Leukemia Group B. Enjoy the rest of the meeting.